Did I? What's happening to me? I've got to get away. Tumbling into turmoil, fleeing the future, sinking into another's past. An escape or a pursuit? Perspective is a term of art. Where will this lead? When will this end? More nonsense? More joy? Less suffering? Less real? Some boys are actually naughty. Most just want to be. Buggies have nothing on East End nobblers and mobsmen. Bloody dodo. Monday's wash day. Not so I noticed, jackass. They died in a fire. I didn't. Always liked Lord Franklin. Carry on. Mr. Payne had no idea how humble a home could be. If not for my drawings and the photographs, it might be my room at Rutledge. Whatever was that? I need to give myself a good talking to, or a rap on the head. Not that way, I think. Perhaps I'll just nip in there. Nevermore. Wish I were a raven. If you can't be strong, at least be smart. Purity of heart is to will one thing. Wish I were home. My mind's a mess. What threatens us? I'm unarmed. Now I shall walk alone. A vorpal sword for aid. Ornamented exquisitely, with notches on the blade. A stiff crinoline seems as effective as a parachute. Perhaps the military should be informed. Is this bizarre world my fate? No relief? No satisfaction? Not my wonderland, is it? Is this bizarre world my fate? No relief? No satisfaction? Not my wonderland, is it? Missed the train. Oh, Hatter, what have you done? He's destroyed the entire railway system. Always darkest just before the dawn, they say. I imagine just before death is in running for that honour. Memories like false friends are easily acquired. Mine seem easily lost. I'll collect every memory and never count the cost. If my memories tell a story, do I already know the ending? What could go wrong? I once jumped a pig trough in a single bound. Say what you mean, please. Fear of heights is not my phobia. I took you for a toadstool. Not the first time I've made that mistake, nor the last. Gravity's boring. But one might as well blame the night for darkness. Adjust. Light a lamp. If my memories tell a story, do I already know the ending? What could go wrong? I once jumped a pig trough in a single bound. Say what you mean, please. Fear of heights is not my phobia. I took you for a toadstool. Not the first time I've made that mistake, nor the last. Gravity's boring, but one might as well blame the night for darkness. Adjust. Light a lamp. Hope this slimy chute doesn't ruin my bloomers. I've just the one pair. Lost at sea. Ridiculous. He swam if pressed, but he was a railroad man. A good one. Now, if he drowned in his own tears, then... No, these grotesqueries are more despicable than the former fiends. Ah, perfect. Sufficient seasoning makes all the difference. Sizable snout seized by sneezing, stunned by seasoning. Alas, poor snout. Sizable snout seized by sneezing, stunned by seasoning. Alas, poor schnaz. The malevolent pests are flying bits of hazardous hardware. Perhaps I've eaten too many mushrooms. Poor unloved little station. I'd go by rail, but this train never reaches its destination. What's happened here? You've lost your hat, and some parts are missing. What a noxious collection of crapulous screevers, satyrs, and hypocrites. An unwholesome slice of humanity, but still human. Hard labour evidently exhausts more than muscles. I hope Nanny's still working at the Mangled Mermaid. Eskimos are civil in the ice and cold. It's deprived these blokes of their manners. Their discovery might be difficult. What is that? I've apparently lost more than my way. My mind's gone missing. Strong drink meets small brains. Predictable results. Nuisance. I'll have to find another way to Nanny. Glocky twits. So say all crooks. Always a cryptic phrase. I'm looking for the mock turtle. Have you seen him? Would it kill you to speak the simple truth? A hobby-horsical weapon? Seems farcical. Is it? I once tried to strike Nanny with my hobby horse. Missed her, but hit the wall. Plaster dust everywhere. Papa was peeved. With appropriate force applied, his head could cause a little earthquake. Remarkable. Fish, handsomely dressed for a West End gala. And it doesn't reek of Billingsgate. Can you imagine? Really? I didn't even know. I don't have much experience. But I do need to reconstruct there's a train that's corrupting Wonderland, and I'm looking for help to restrain or destroy it. What's your play about, anyway? Back away, please. I'm charged with bringing these oysters to their show. Protect? They're just actors needed for the show. The carpenter insists I bring them. That's his price for offering me information about the train. I've gathered the show's requisites. Now, where's the carpenter? Things aren't what they seem. Or they are. Which may be worse. I'm afraid it's too late for that. Do they want to be at peace?
Let's pretend that I'm a hyena and you're a bone. Give me the report.
Perhaps I'm fated to expire right here. Perhaps that pimp's punch did more than stun me. Or has my madness returned? I'd follow you anywhere, I've proved that. Can one person make a difference in the vast and soul-crushing city? In the vast and soul-crushing city, how can one person change things?
So I will join my family.
This is just. Some homely items survive the ruin. Fortunately, they aren't as harmless as they appear. The Hatter crafted a cleaner to serve his obsession with tainted tea things. It should be proof against another brand of pollution. This cannon will cut through the ooze and help me attack from distance. Perfect, as I'd rather keep well away from that destructive mess. Actual assistance! I was beginning to think you and your smoke offered only cryptic counsel. Monstrous, malignant and malicious. A terrible concoction of evil dreams. As I'm insect-size, I hope he'll pay no more attention to me than a bug on the wall.
Typical. A once magnificent herbaceous border becomes a withering hellhole.
Creature's enormous.
Diseased villain. Unnatural brute. What chance have I? I'm no giant killer. Like the grim reaper come to life. Where's my monster slayer?
I'm grateful for a moment's respite. Creature's energy's like a steam engine. I was a second away from expiring. Thank heavens. Or something. Or someone. These would-be castles are full of attitude and not much else. Their inflated views of themselves require them to exaggerate the complexity of their positions and to belittle those who expose their lie. The ideal beverage. Functional with a tolerable taste. Is that the only way out of here? I seem to have lost my way. Fights, I think you mean. Battles. Can you tell me how? Gives a new meaning to losing one's head. Well, Cat got a new one himself not long ago. You can't have chosen this foul work. Abandon it. This mountain is falling apart. What's happening? Is the devastation not punishment enough? Cruelty knows no rules. Ah, I see how it goes. Makes perfect sense, really. At least now it does.
Take what you give. You deserve this much and more. You're no match for my determination. My weapons are for use. You've just been served.
Unnatural confinement often means captivity, and captivity always means suffering. I'm higher than I'd like to be, but I really have no choice. I'm grateful these ants don't share my vertigo. Oh, earth tremors. Beware of falling rocks. Or is it fallen? Have I not done well? Do you have reason to complain? I look back and see your enemies shattered and in flight. A tragedy averted. Really? Persuade me.